Banamawulire babayingira musigala ogenda olinda ko.
Okay, my name is can proceed. Yeah, my name is Joseph Mayanja, a renowned musician also known as Chameleon. I've been in existence as an entertainment artist for the last 20 years. And in the 20 years, I've done a lot of community outreach. I have worked with the US mission for 2012. I have performed a charity called Money Peace Festival. I have uplifted a lot of musicians out of the wings. And I'm a member of the You want some more?
What would you want to do for the city?
What is that?
What would you want to do for the city? What
we want solutions for the new city. Kampala has been administered by people who are only lamenting, crying with the people, and not providing solutions. And I would like to become a Lord Mayor who's going to sell my city beyond borders. I've done a lot of traveling. I can use my personal image on addition to the city by attracting tourism and investors to this country and the city itself.
Mr. Joseph Mayanja.
Yep.
This city is a city of chaos. Chaos in its leadership, chaos in even what happens amongst the people. But let me begin with the leadership. What would you say is the problem at City Hall that causes a clash between the technical wing and the political wing? And if you can identify that problem, what would you do to make sure it doesn't happen when you're Lord Mayor?
Yeah, there's a big division between the Lord Mayor himself and the council. He's solely making decisions without consulting the council itself. I think the best way forward is, as a Lord Mayor, you have to work with the council. You have to divide responsibility and decision making. But being the supreme Lord Mayor and the person taking all these decisions brings a lot of chaos and a lot of things being left behind, because I believe that even the council has a lot of addition it has to add on to that office.
So what would you say are the key duties of a Lord Mayor in your understanding?
Yeah, the key duties of the Lord Mayor, first and foremost, he's the chief decision maker. He's the supreme. He's the one who initiates strategies and develop these are physical and social developments of the city. The key duties of another duty of the Lord Mayor, he's supposed to attract tourism and investment to his city. And he's the chief supervisor of all the assignments that he amends.
Tell us about your understanding of the city in terms of population, demographics, generally voter numbers, you know.
Yes. I'll give you the little details that I can provide right now. First and foremost, the city has about 2 million residents who live in Kampala, and about 2.5 million people that come to work in the city. The demographics of the city, Kampala consists of 5 divisions, of which one of them is Kawebe, where I come from, Vaga, Nakawa, Machindi, the Kampala Central.
Do you have any peculiarities you can say that Rubaga is unique in this angle? Kawempe is unique in this angle. Do you have such things you can say about this?
Yes, I can say, I'll start with Machindi actually. Machindi is unique that almost 95% of Uganda's musicians live in Machindi. It is unique also in the way that Machindi doesn't sleep. It is operating 24 hours. When I talk about Rubaga is actually more unique as well because it hosts the Catholic Church, the Maiden Catholic Church. It hosts Namirembe Cathedral, and that is it.
Yeah. About what you can do for the city, tell us about your development plan, and I want to give you a few pointers. Flooding in the city as number one. The current trend in the city where the planners think that the city they
too much on jam. One of the developments I want to put on the city is all big cities and most cities don't sleep. Business rotates 24 hours. One of the reasons that causes traffic jam in the city is because we all work at the same hours. People wake up to go and work at 8, and we have to leave at 6. So we go into the city at the same time and leave the city at the same time. So if we can develop a city that works 24 hours, that means there's people who are going to also be working the night shift. So that decreases a lot the traffic jam. Then another thing that I'll talk about is recently you saw the floods that have been disturbing everybody. We need, I'll give an example of Amsterdam. Amsterdam was built below sea level. So we need to attract engineers and we need advice, foreign advice. People like, for example, if you walk into Amsterdam, you can find the engineers that will still advise you over how to deal with the city drainage and lift up Kampala from. Because Kampala is also below, it's in a valley. But we need to seek foreign advice. We're not going to finish everything and think that we know everything. We have to Kusaka, such kind of support.
Now tell us about your loyalty to People Power and the National Unity Platform. I am specifically interested in what you think you have done for the movement, People Power, and for the National Unity Platform that makes you think that for this and this and that, I think I am the most credible candidate to hold the flag of it.
Yeah, thank you so much. First and foremost, if you've been following my trail, I'm a very popular person. Very popular. And through that popularity, I've already started mobilizing. A lot of people want to be like me. A lot of young people want to be like me. So by seeing Joseph Mayanja in the NUP, that alone attracts a few more members. And if you've been following my trail, I've been trying to talk about the National Unity Platform and the principle. There's no interview that you've seen me on the air and I've not mentioned the National Unity Platform and my principle, that is mobilizing. So that is a very big addition. And on top of that is being a member of NUP is also another big thing. I'm a big fish in a big party. Yeah.
Okay, what?
Yeah, he's mentioning, okay. Recently, I've just released a song, a campaign song. It's about, I don't know if you've heard it, Kona. Kona is talking about Chameleon, it's talking about Mayanja, so it's good for the movement.
Okay, mention for us some of the values of any.
Values of any. I think the biggest value is liberating this country from the dictatorship that has prevailed for 35 years. And secondly is to mobilize all opposition into the national platform so we can be stronger and better.
Can you tell us about your preparedness to manage a campaign in a city which is as big? I don't know whether you have a rough estimate of how many voters are in the city, but how prepared are you?
I'll tell you, I have a lot of voters and there's very many voters.
I'm saying total number of voters in the city.
I want to give you those numbers because I don't want to go off the track. But what I'll tell you...
But how are you organized?
I'm very organized. That's why I opened up a command center, a sister command center in Vadintuma Road. Actually, that's also another thing that I've added on to NUP, because I would like to invite actually my NUP people and members to also come and visit me that side as we on the road to freedom. So I'm very prepared. My budget is ready, and my task force is also very ready. And as I talk right now, I'm coming from the Electoral Commission to pick up my nomination papers, which we are starting to look for the signatures required.
How many signatures do you need to know?
Yeah, we have to pick signatures for about 28 different voting centers. We need about 60 by electoral area, yes.
By electoral area, what does that mean, electoral area? Division?
No. Yeah, by electoral area.
Okay, so, I don't know, just...
Would you,
Just
Mr. Mayanja, tell us about your leadership skills?
My what?
Leadership skills.
Yeah, my leadership skills are very evident. I am one. I've been the president of Beyond Island Music Empire for the last 20 years, which has led and produced, I still say, about 80% of Uganda's talent. It has not been an easy thing because, like, you know, in our business, with different habits, but I've managed to be a leader and I've led them to victory. They're big stars right now. Besides that, I've played very many leadership roles. I've been the CEO of 3 Hours Away.
What is that?
CEO 3 Hours Away, which was a charity foundation that me and Kawesa created to raise charity and awareness for the kids that were displaced in Buru. I've told you I've been the ambassador of the US mission, Project Kony 2012, that took me all the way to Central African Republic to try and solicit and convince the rebels to leave the bush, and of course they left. To mention but a few.
When did you join People's Power?
I indirectly joined People's Power through it's been a year now, I think. Yeah.
That is 2019?
2019, yes.
You know, to win a mayor seat without councillors it doesn't help.
Yes.
I want you to tell us what is your preparedness in terms of helping, just in case you become the flag bearer of NUP, helping other flag bearers of NUP at the councillorship level, the city council. How are you prepared to make sure you have your own team of councillors, NUP councillors, that will defend the NUP position, which we think will be a position in council?
Yeah, I'm quite prepared. I introduced myself initially and I said that I'm ready to work. I'm ready to move with anybody that is ready to move with us. So with my many tools that I have, I think you must have witnessed yesterday I was seated with the World Music Fraternity. Those are tools we can use in our campaigns. So I'm prepared to share some of my tools to every councillor that wants to move with me. That's about it.
Lastly, and I think very important question.
People power! People power!